Good evening. Busy here, as you know. Obviously, if you've watched the previous videos, you're gonna know that I normally have a partner to do the unboxing of their pink parcel, which is obviously no longer available, and Bay Box, which is the current running one. Subscription period box, monthly box, should we say? As you know, anyway, if you've watched the previous videos, I have got some new people from TikTok. Other platforms are available, who will also be watching this video, who are new, that won't have seen the previous ones. But just a little introduction is that I used to review period products in a box that used to come with like little treats like cups of tea and chocolate and stuff like that to help cheer you up during your period time, as we know that ladies like a little pick-me-up. Anyway, that is not going to be the case anymore. As you have also seen for a while now, there hasn't been another box on here since I flew solo without Alison due to lockdown. But we've had a little problem since then. I currently waiting to go for an operation, an hysterectomy. The reason being, during this lockdown months, I had some pain in my side here. It was my right side, and first of all I put it down to mushrooms, because I'd had mushrooms the day before, and I woke up the next day and I was sick, like being vomiting sick. So yeah, and I thought it was that at first, and then the period came afterwards, and it wasn't what I thought it were. Well, I thought it were, but it's not. Anyway, this pain lasted for about a week, and then it went dulled down with painkillers, obviously. Not strong painkillers like what you buy over the counter. Went away. Then the following month, it came back. It was like a griping feeling, though. It wasn't as bad as that time. Because, like, when I was sick, why I thought it was something else, the mushrooms, because when I eventually vomited, the pain went, it was like in off, it had gone, more or less, and I fell asleep, and then I was all right the next day. Just got a little bit of period pain kick in then, along with this little pain. Anyway, so that was that, and then another month come past, and it was in the ovulation period, I think, a week after, something like that, that I'd got this little niggly pain again. And I kept on saying, I'm sure I've got appendicitis. And then it'd go away. And Alison were like, no, because if you've got appendicitis, you would be in agony. You'd be like nearly dying. So anyway, I was kept going, oh, my appendix. It's got to be my appendix. And obviously Google it. And I thought I thought I'd got like grumbling appendicitis. Anyway, the month after that was July. So it started in May, then I had June, then July. I don't know if I had one. I didn't have a pain. I was fine. Yeah, I was fine on that in July. So that's why I didn't think anything of it. And then August, I remember the date, August the 10th, I went out for a meal with my parents because it was my dad's birthday. And then we come home. We did street bingo with the new friends that we've met on the road during lockdown, which eventually you will find out more about, because I'm going to do you our story afterwards when all this is finished, so you will see, because I've got a lot of videos to put up. But anyway, so I'm going to move on. Yeah, so I went out for a meal, did street bingo. I was perfectly fine, and I went in and went to bed. And I woke up really early. I got that pain come back again. I was like, what the hell is this? And I was ill. I was like proper poorly. I vomited 3 times. And I thought it was, and on the first one, it was like the mushrooms again, because I'd had mushrooms the night before. I swear to God, I'm allergic to mushrooms, and I've got because I love them. But it was really bad, and I was like feverish and everything. I need to phone the doctor. So I phoned the doctor. He fitted me in that day. I went down. I told him. He goes, I don't think it is the mushrooms. I went, well, what do you think it is? He went, I think you've got a kidney infection. I was like, oh, great. So anyway, he gave me some antibiotics, sent me on my way, and he said to me, if you've got any more of this pain and it gets worse, then you come back and you tell us. I was like, right, okay. So I went. I was really bad that day. I had my antibiotics, went to bed, woke up next day and I felt fine. Like, I still had it, don't get me wrong, it was like here again, it was just like stuck, like there. Right in though. So I was like, okay, I'm getting better, I'm fine. But when I was being sick and I went to the doctors, and after I come back from the doctors, Mother Nature came. I was like, are you shitting me? I mean, swear to God, somebody up there must be hating on me right now, because I'm going through this time. I'm feeling shit. I've got a suspected kidney infection. Thought I was allergic to mushrooms. I hate being sick anyway, so I was proper poorly. And then she decides to come on me. I'm like, are you joking me? Are you taking the piss? That's all I fucking need. Anyway, so as I said, went to bed that day. Woke up next day, all fine. It was Emma, my new friend, birthday, and I went across road and I saw her on her birthday. I went down to see my boss at work. I were all right. Well, I were in pain, but I were better than what I were. And all right. I had an all right day. Come in, had some tea. Comes to go upstairs, go to bed, and I don't know if it's because obviously you feel like when you're a woman and you have period and you're like got like cramp, it's like you're tense. So as I got into bed, I just felt like a rip, and I thought, oh God, I've like torn a muscle under my stomach line. I was like, oh, but then I must be sleeping like this, like really tense, because I couldn't. When I straightened out, I was like in agony. Oh God. So anyway, I woke up. I thought if I go to sleep, which I managed to do, because I'd woke up earlier than the day before. If I go to sleep, I might sleep it off and it'll be better in the morning. So I did that, took some painkillers, went to sleep, and I woke up and I could not. I was like sleeping like this, and I could not straighten. I was like, what the frig is this pain? So I just phoned the doctor. I said, look, you said I got more pain. I said, I'm in agony. I can't hardly walk. I'm like walking like this. I was like, what the frig? So he's on the phone. He says, you know what? I'm going to send you straight to A&E because I think you could have got a suspected appendicitis. I said, I fucking knew it. I knew it's appendicitis. I'm like, right. So I go straight to hospital. Do you know if I had to tell you about this hospital? Right, you'd die. It's called Northern General. As you know, I'm from Sheffield. It is the worst hospital I have ever known to mankind. I swear. So I went there. Don't get me wrong, A&E was perfect. It was like a fucking sailing ship on a smooth, calm sea. In triage, in the medical people advice bollocks, out into the corridor of doom where everything went wrong. So I can't fault the A&E for once, because last time I ended up there with Alison for 9 hours. But anyway, no. So when I was in the corridor of doom, and the woman shouted me, I've had a blood test, prodding about, seeing if I've got like appendicitis and stuff like that. So she shouts, my name, I'm like, yeah, you're nil by mouth. I'm like, why? Why am I nil by mouth? I'm like, something seriously happening here if I'm nil by mouth. Shitting myself in an hospital on my own with a mask on, thinking what the fuck's happening here. I was like, oh dear. So still sat waiting. I had a COVID test 4 hours after I'd been admitted to hospital. You tell me where that makes sense. And then they put me in a chair up on a ward for the rest of the night, really. Not admitted me. I wasn't in it. I was waiting to see someone. So eventually, after having this suspected kidney infection, left me in this chair all this time. I'd got there for 11 o'clock in the morning. By this point, it was like 6:15. I'd not had a drink. I've got antibiotics. I'd not had a drink. I'd not had naught to eat. And I was on my period. And I felt disgusting. And, you know, they were just ignoring me. And I was getting angry and angry and angry. And it got to the point where I got to 11:15, I think. And I said, right, you either sort it out or I'm off. I'm going. And then they like quickly snapped around, took somebody in to come and see me. And he's predding about it. He goes, I don't think it's appendicitis. I says, no shit, Sherlock. I'd be fucking sat here all day. I'd be dead if it were. You know. So anyway, it's not appendicitis, but he's going to send me for a scan, which he could have done. But they closed because they just left me sat round waiting, you know, like you do, potentially catching COVID-19. But anyway, I went back the next day. Walked out of the place at 12:30. And I went back the next day and had a CT. No, I didn't have a CT scan. It was an ultrasound scan. So I had this ultrasound scan. The results come back. Apparently, I had some stones in my bladder, which could be the kidney infection, and a cyst on my right ovary. I was like, oh, okay. So he wanted me to admit it to hospital. I was like, no, I'm not stopping here. So I went home and I had an appointment at the Hallamshire Hospital in Sheffield, which is the best hospital, the following Wednesday. Yeah. Anyway, so I went up there and they looked at the scan and everything, and they told me that I'd got a 10cm cyst on my right ovary. I was like, right, okay, what do we do? So I had some more blood tests took, and then I had to wait for somebody to contact me to go and have an appointment with a gynaecologist. So I did that. And when I went to go and see the gynaecologist woman the week after, she said that this cyst looks like it's suspicious and it's definitely 10 centimetres. And from what they look like, they don't know what it is inside, so they are going to be treating it as an ovarian cancer cyst until they take it out and find out what it is. So we've got potential cancer throwing in here. The woman's chucking chemo words at me. She's telling me all these shit and I'm just going like this. You're joking. I've got cancer. So, yeah, as you can imagine, I've gone through a roller coaster of emotions within a month. This has all happened within a month. So it was the 10th of August, and then the week after that I went to the gynaecologist. The week after that, so within 2 weeks we've got this far. I then got sent for a CT scan because she wanted to see some more. She wanted to see more in depth of what it is. So I went to have a CT scan, and it's come back that I have 2 ovarian cysts. One here, both 10 centimetres. I didn't know about this one because I've had no pain on this side. None whatsoever, even up to now, even today. I've had nothing at all. So I have then been told that I'm going to have an hysterectomy. Full hysterectomy. So that means the ovaries, the Philippi, whatever they call them. You know what I'm like with my words. Fallopian tubes. Yeah, I knew it'd come. The womb, and something to do with the cervix. So all of it is going on the 6th of October. So, yeah. That is in 2 weeks from tomorrow, which now is Monday. So 2 weeks tomorrow, I will be in hospital having my hysterectomy. And this is all happened within a month and a half. So, yeah. So what I have come to tell you, that is my story of how we found out about it. It was like a niggly pain, thinking it's appendicitis, which I must remind myself to go and thank the doctor for, because if he didn't send me thinking it's appendicitis, then I would never have known. I'd have left it off with a packet of ibuprofen. We'd still be at it now, I reckon. So the last period that I had, because obviously I've been poorly with the other two, well, with two of the previous ones, which I'm still thinking it might be something to do with mushrooms. I've not had mushrooms since anyway, or the kidney infection, which is cleared up, by the way, and the stones that I had in my bladder have come back clear. There's nothing wrong with them at all. There's not there. It was just obviously inflammatory or something from the cyst that might have been showing up in my bladder because it's pushed it about and twisted it around and stuff like that. So that's a good thing. So I got the clear results on them. So there's definitely no stones in there. So don't have to have another operation for that. Thank fuck. So yeah, I've come to tell you as well that as of, oh yeah, the period, wasn't it? So the last period that I had was a good period, considering we've gone through all this. I thought it was going to be horrendous. I thought I was going to be poorly again. I thought I was going to be sick and ill and vomiting and feverish and vile. It was just horrible. I don't want to ever go through that again. So, according to my period tracker, I should be due on the 6th of October, which is also the day of my my operation. But I can give or take 2 days. So if it comes early, then I have to deal with it. If it comes late, 2 days late, I'm laughing, because that what I've just had will have been the last ever period I ever have in my life, because we won't be having any more. So guys, as you know, I am here on YouTube known for the period boxes. Do excuse this jumper. I just thought I'd put it on, but it looks a mess. Anyway, for doing the period boxes and showing you what's in them, and obviously reviewing them and giving them the most honest review. Sometimes it's too honest and me and her just banter off each other about it. But I've come to retire because I have no more use for these in my life. Obviously, I'll keep one as a souvenir, but it's the end of an era. Me and thee don't need to be together anymore. So there'll be no more period boxes from me. And I do apologise, because do you know what? It basically, like, making light of having to go through that horrible week of your life, obviously, that you men do not understand. And getting something nice and always looking forward to a surprise of what we're going to be in the box. And yeah, as much as Pink Parcel were a bastard, I'm going to actually miss it. I quite enjoyed that. I loved filming them, because you just never knew what you were going to get. It were going to be shit. Could guaranteed it was going to be shit. I mean, how many times did I ever rant about what were in the box? But apart from that, I did quite enjoy it. And I think I will miss it. Because Bay Box, Alison hadn't even done Bay Box. It was me. So, it didn't feel the same. And I'm going to miss doing them with her, because we were, like, funny about it and stuff like that. But, I mean, if she wants to get a box and like, when all this is over and done with, of course. Because obviously I'm still not allowed to go to her house. And when this is all undone with, by all means, if she wants to do it, then I would be the reader while she shows you what's in the box. I would be the hand that she was once on mine. So, yeah. But I did think that I had to come and do this, because I didn't want you to think, where's she gone? Do you know, I've actually had people, quite nice actually, I've had people messaging me, asking if we're alright, if this has affected us in anything, or if we're being poorly, if the little boy's alright, which is quite nice, I must admit, for you to ask, because I've had nothing to show you. I mean, I tell you before, I'm shit at blogging. I really am shit at vlogging. I forget. I start the day and I think, right, I'm going to vlog today. I'm going to show you my life. And it just goes out my head, or I'll start it and then I don't finish it. So you've got like, what, 15 seconds, good morning, and that's it. So that's what I mean. That's used to be my thing. So I am quite rubbish at vlogging. I spend most of my life on Snapchat. So if you want to, I've already told you this before. If you want to add me on Snapchat, it's miss.fit. You'll see my life on there. You'll see her on there. You'll see my new friends on there. I mean, at the minute, we're having a domestic, a lover's tiff. We've got 2 pigeons that's come nested on her roof, and we've called them Rufus and Felicity. And at minute, Felicity's kicked Rufus out. Oh, so all summer we've had these pigeons. I love them. She hates them. Obviously they are vermin, but I think the story of them all, and it's like, why are they here? We never had it before. I just think it's just rather cute. So yeah, and you would have known about them if we had a box to do and it weren't COVID. So yeah, so I've just come to like basically hang up my Tampax string because I'm done. There's no need, unless she wants to carry on doing that. I will let you know if that becomes a thing, if we ever get rid of this virus. Obviously we're hitting winter now, so and I'm currently isolating. As of today, I am self-isolating for 2 weeks before I go in for my operation. I might vlog, because I'm not going to be able to do anything else but stay in bed for a while afterwards. I've got TikTok, fizzy.heartlet, if you want to go on there and follow my story, because I think I might put some stories on there. I've had people that's like been helping me try and get it up so I can do live. And that's happened. I've finally just hit 1K, so I've had to put this video on because I've told people if they want to know my story to go on there and they can see it. I mean, I know it's 22 minutes long and I've waffled on, and it's not the same. It really isn't really not the same without because I feel like we started this journey together and then now I'm just ending it on my own, and it just feels a bit wrong. And as much as I whinge about these periods, like we do, but that's the end of it. Gone. So yeah, I just wanted you all to know. I'm not going to be gone forever, you know. I might vlog my journey in my new life, because obviously a hysterectomy is a big thing and I'm going to be coming out of it a different person. So I could try and do videos on whatever, or my journey in the while I'm having the op, going through it and all this, and afterwards and how I feel. I could do that if you wanted to see that. I think I would do that because it's part of me. Sorry. It's part of my new life, isn't it? It's a massive change that I'm going to go through. So I think I should do that. And yeah, and in the future, when I'm back on my feet, it's going to take a while. There'll be other people involved. There's new friends you're yet to meet. Pumba's still there. And I've got a new dog. I've lost a dog as well. But you guys won't know my new dog. I got her in May. Well, I did. I did do, but I don't know where she's gone. So you know Paisley. So this is Paisley, as you know. Chihuahua with the grumpy face because I just woke her up. Say, hey, Paise. So that's Paisley. And with Paisley, do excuse my pants, comes Peggy. This is actually Paisley's mum. This one. So there they are. And she's come, found her forever home with us. So yeah, it's Peggy. As you know, all my dogs have got a name with a P. So it was only right that you were moving in. You're going to have a P name, aren't you? But yeah, she's 3.5 and this is her new home forever. They're quite tired, look, as you can tell. Sappy bastard. Sappy horses, aren't you? Eh? Aren't you? It's actually her mother. They're just sisters in this house. Because also, when we can fit her into the vet, she's also having an hysterectomy. This one. No more puppies for Peggy. No more you, is there? So, me and Peggy will go through it together. Our journeys, eh? What do you think to that, Peg? Isn't she lovely? Officials at Bruiser Woods. Oh. Anyway. Right. I've been waffling on for 25 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I haven't had anything to show you. I'm sorry Alison's not been with me. Since we're outside in lockdown. And I'm just sorry I've had to hang up my Tampax string and call it a day. I'm retiring from the period world. And the period boxes. So, yes guys. So until next time, I will see you then.